Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm up here at Frazee High School, home of the Hornets, with Nick Courneya. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
And welcome back to Frazee.
Yeah, you know, it's I've made a circle kind of around this community, yeah, and it's great to be back. It's great to be back.
And I know you've, as you say, you've made a circle. You've been in a couple of the other ones here over the last few years. Yeah,
you know, I started my career out at the Nagel, you know, down the road from here a little ways, but then from there I was Perm and Detroit Lakes. So, you know, as I talked to some staff, like they said, I made a complete circle around us before I, you know, ended up back here where I started.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you back. And you're our activities director now. So what does an activities director do?
You know, that's kind of a hidden piece to a lot of people with what the activities director does. You know, and being involved coaching. From my perspective in the past, I didn't realize how much does go on with the activities director, such, you know, with the scheduling, let alone, and aligning up times, officials, you know, and trying to work those pieces with people that have schedules already set is where it becomes tough. So you got to have a good way of communicating with community and registered officials through the, you know, the high school league. You know, and, you know, outside of my position being activities director, I got to, you know, also look at the maintenance of our equipment with our activities and the electronics, which, you know, I've got our Mouse King right on top of that, so he's my man there. You know, and, you know, the safety factors, making sure our coaches are on top of their continuing education so that they're up to par with the rules, and concussion management. You know, and those are just the pieces that, you know, stand out right there, you know, and I got to look at marketing. In the means of trying to find fundraising pieces that help promote our activities, you know, whether or not it's athletics or if it's you know, the fine arts, all of that of which I am involved with, and have to find the funds and the money to help it keep it going.
Well, you know, and the average person doesn't even think about 90% of those things having to be done.
That's, you know, that's correct, and I didn't, you know, and it was an eye opener for me a little bit getting into the office. I knew things from the, you know, athletic standpoint, but just how much goes on too with our fine arts, with how many kids are involved, and what they do for the district. So I mean, that's going to be a learning curve for me, which I'm looking forward to, and you know, I'm just going to take it in stride as it presents itself.
Well, and you've got a good background here. I mean, you've got a couple of generations here at Frazee High School of your family behind you.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Between, you know, my mom and my father both graduated from here, and myself and my wife and Nicole, and my grandparents. Courneya's, you know, they go a long time back within the district. So it, you know, I know for my parents and my grandparents who have passed away here in the past, they would have been very proud to know that I ended up back here at Frazee. And you know, they knew I was around, but to be back here, I know they'd be proud to know that Courneya is back in Frazee.
And, well, we're happy to have you back here. And if anybody has any questions, how do they get a hold of you, Nick?
You know, your best bet is calling the school here at, you know, 334-2181. And my extension is 5303 from that number. And then, you know, beyond that, there is, you know, email is a big emphasis now for me. And with all the other activities director, that's how we communicate, you know, and that's Courneya, which, you know, Courneya, and then it's at frazee.k12.mn.us is a great way to get a hold of me and to keep up on track with all of our activities, being on our home website and going to Hornet schedules. We'll keep you in tune to what's going on each week, and if there's a cancellation or something postponed, that's my job to keep that updated. So that's a good way to, you know, to keep on task with what's going on here at the district.
Well, we appreciate you being back at Frazee and having you on the show, Nick.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yep, thank you.
And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here today with elementary principal Travis Nagel. Good morning, Travis.
Thank you. Yep, good morning.
And welcome back to Frazee.
Yes, thank you. It's good to be here.
And I know since you graduated, you've been, you said, at Moorhead State, and then you've went off to the teaching fields.
Yeah, I've graduated from Moorhead State with a degree in elementary education, and from there went down to West Central area schools at the Barrett and Elbow Lake in Kensington area, and then up to Lake Park, Audubon, and continued my education there with getting my master's in my administrative license, and then on to Wab and Ogama White Earth for the last 2 years as the elementary principal there. Now here, so
you're back home.
yes, yep.
We were just talking with Nick Courneya in our previous segment. Same thing, it's amazing how many people end up back in Frazee again.
Yeah, and my wife is from Perham, so we're again, she's familiar with the area, and our families are both mostly still around here, so we really like the area and Frazee in particular, and bought a house here 8 years ago, and wanted our kids to go to school here, and we had our careers elsewhere, but continued living here, and just really like it, and wanted to continue to be a part of it.
Out in the great Heavenly Acres.
That's right, Heavenly, yes.
Well, and I know you're just getting going and everything. How does a fall season line up for you with students?
Yeah, we're just busy putting the final touches on the building, getting everything shined up and ready for the first day of school. And then next week our teachers and staff will all come back for workshops, and we'll go through the usual fall thing there, and just putting the final touches on everything and getting ready for that first day of school.
Any idea how many students you're looking at coming in this fall?
I believe the last I looked, K through 6, we were looking at 484, I believe.
That's a good figure.
Yeah, it's good. It's and some come and some go. Some go, so it kind of evens out, and we're sticking around that 484 so far this year. So.
Well, that's a good number to have, and I always enjoy coming down here. I come down once in a while and read to the kids down here. I get a kick out of seeing the little ones and all that energy. It's hard to imagine that I used to have that about 60 years ago.
I know, yeah. If you could bottle that up and sell it, you'd be a rich man. They have a lot of enthusiasm, and that's one of the reasons I really enjoy being at the elementary is all that enthusiasm. You're having a bad day, come down here, and those kids will brighten things up for you.
Well, and it's nice, the school district, of course, is large, but the smaller schools, I think you do better in the smaller schools. It's a better environment for you.
Yeah, yep. You get to know everybody a little bit better. You build stronger relationships with kids and between kids and staff and families, and it's just a really good setup and really good atmosphere in that small community. Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you back in Frazee, Travis.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Best wishes to you.
All right.
And with that, we'll be back next week with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.